from T-Mobile Park, joined right now by Cal Raleigh. Cal, is it ever kind of weird? It's not like this is your first time looking down at the park. Is it ever kind of weird to look down from our view right here and see home plate right now covered by a tarp and think like, oh, I helped send us to the playoffs there? Like that's where I hit the biggest home run in franchise history.
It is a little weird kind of sitting up here and seeing this view and, you get so used to being behind the plate or
fans being out here,
fans, and you get your whole routine and schedule, and you kind of forget sometimes how fans or even media people kind of sit up here and watch.
Yeah.
Different start of the year for you this year, right? You're the guy behind the plate. You've had many moments here and on the road. Just how does it feel coming into the season, having an established role and knowing that you're going to help this team make another run to the playoffs?
Yeah, I know we're all excited. I've spent a lot of this off season getting ready and talking with guys, and just excited about camp. And I think we're all excited to get going, and it's going to be a fun year. And like I said, really looking forward to camp. We got a bunch of new guys, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, kind of getting to know them, and they're going to bring a lot to the table. Being in the league for a while and kind of knowing the ins and outs, and we're really looking forward to it.
Do you have any hijinks planned for like initiating them to the team?
No
bullying.
No hijinks. No. I don't think I'm on that level yet. So
you think like maybe like you're too
years.
young? Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, okay. So you're like, I don't want to overstep my bounds. I'm going to wait until I'm a little older before I start welcoming people with pranks. Have you reached out to either Colton, Teoscar, and talked to them a bit?
Yeah, I reached out when we first got them and kind of introduced myself, just saying happy we have them, really looking forward to it, and they've both been great. I've heard great things about both of them, and I know they're great players, but they're great people too, from what I've heard. So we're really looking forward to it, and camp will be fun.
Cal, I used to play with a guy in college who was just the coolest dude off the field. But when he got on the field, he flipped a switch and something happened to him. I didn't even know who he was. It's probably my third time interviewing you. We did for the 12 flag raiser, and you're chill. But word on the street is you get behind that plate and something ain't going right, you're not afraid to bark at these dudes.
We've heard other things, Cal.
Is that always been a part of your game?
Yeah, I mean, I a lot of people say I'm chill, just kind of do my own thing, and I think so too. I just kind of like hanging out with the guys and just kind of being mellow. So, but once the lights turn on, it's go time. It's somebody's trying to take your lunch money. So
I like it.
It's it's all fun and games till it gets going, and I have a competitive drive, and I want to win, and I know everybody here does, and I think that's something common we have in the clubhouse.
Hey, tell us a bit about the relationship between catcher and pitcher. How do you view I guess I'm not asking about individual pitchers, but how do you view your role in the development and the performance for all these guys?
Yeah, I think, obviously being a battery and, seeing all these guys and kind of knowing these guys for a couple of years now, I think is huge. So it takes time to kind of build that relationship and that trust and all those things. And, now I've seen some of these guys for a few years. Guys are starting to come up, and I'm starting to come up. It's a lot of fun, and kind of just even where I was at this point last year to where I am now, just knowing that I can have that communication and I can talk to these guys, and it's not like, oh, I don't know if I can talk to Marco or Robbie or what I can say. And now it's like, I can full on, tell them what I see, how I feel, what I see from them, and it's the same thing. It's a give and take, and they tell me the same thing, and I think it's just something you have to earn over 162, and it's not easy, but it takes time. But we're still learning. We still want to get better.
People see the Cal of today, which I love. But there was a time where I think you went like 2 for 24 or something like that, and you were sitting down and brought back up. What was that like, and what did you change something about your approach to the game or practice or something that allowed you to kind of build to where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy. Obviously, getting sent down, it's never happened to me, and it wasn't easy. It kind of stunk. So, but just knowing that you have to make adjustments, and this game's not easy, and it doesn't matter who you are, it'll come back and kick you in the butt, and you can't take anything for granted. So, just making a little bit of physical adjustments on my stride, and most of it was mental though. Just kind of knowing. Where I'm at and, what I can do to help the team, and not trying to do too much. I think, you come up to the big leagues and you want to be the guy, you want to hit home runs, you want to do all these things, and sometimes you gotta get
Not be that dude.
get kicked down and kind of understand. I have to make some adjustments, and I have to let the game come to me. And I think that was a big thing for me, is just kind of letting the game come to me, play the game, don't try to do too much, just take what the game's giving you. So.
If you have to rewind maybe a year in your development where you're not as established, which pitcher were you most nervous about the first time going up and being like, hey, you got to fix this, or like, this isn't working?
Yeah.
Like, what's the most nervous you've ever been when you were like, I can't believe I'm doing this. You got to do it, Cal. You got to do it. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Right.
You're walking up to the mound and you're like, I'm really about to tell this guy.
Right. It's hard when you're a young catcher and you see things and, trying to figure out, and you got a veteran on the mound who's been there 10 years or whatever it might be. And, guys like Marco, guys like Robbie, those are guys, like, even last year, it was tough having a conversation with them because, I don't want to overstep.
Yeah.
I don't want to act like I know everything. I don't want to be this or that. But at the same time, you want to help these guys and you want to tell them what you see. And that's what they want too. They want to get better. They want to hear the truth. And, once I kind of got over that kind of hump, and, I think we all have the same goal. We want to win. And, that's, we want the best for each and every player. And I want each pitcher to go out there and throw 9 innings every time. But,
yeah.
As soon as we got over that hump, I think it was a lot easier. And once we had that kind of common goal, it was, started rolling.
Was it one of those things where, like, you walk away and you're like, oh, that was easier than I thought? Like, Robbie was actually really cool about it.
Yeah, Robbie's just one of the boys. So he's awesome. He's really easy to talk to, and obviously with him winning a Cy Young, being around the league for a long time, I've learned a bunch from him, and he's been great for our clubhouse. He's been awesome, and our whole, Marco's been great. Logan, George, Flex, all those guys. It's been really fun to work with that staff and the bullpen. We all know their story. They're great, and they've overcome a lot, and they've been really huge for us.
Well, you guys ended the drought last year. Now that's over. Don't have to hear about that anymore. But there's some real expectations, which I think is fun, man, because for a lot of years there weren't expectations for this organization. It's kind of just go out there and see what happens. But you got guys like you coming back, Ty, JP, Julio, you add Teo. What's the feel of this team? I know as athletes you always go out expecting to win. You never go out just to play. You want to win. But is there a bit more intensity surrounding you guys, knowing that you have a core group that can do something special and really make a run at this?
Yeah, I mean, walking in today, just from walking in from the hotel and seeing the stadium and kind of go out on the field, it kind of gave me goosebumps just walking out here again and knowing that baseball season's almost back. And, people always say, high expectations is a bad thing, but, I think it's a good thing. You want to have that target on your back. You want to be a good team, and that's what we want to do. We want to be one of the best teams, and if you're going to do that, you got to go in, day out, and day in, day out, and do that. So we're really excited about this year. We know it's a long season. It's 162, but we just got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
Do it like we did last year. Past 2 years have been great, but we're just trying to build off that. We know we got to make up some ground, and we know our division got better as well. So we're really looking forward to it, and with us adding some guys and guys getting a little older, I think it's going to help us.
You completely took off at the plate this year. What were you talked about, making some adjustments. You said a lot of it was mental, but you did do some things. Was there anything with your swing or stance? I mean, was there any one particular change you made this year with your approach at the plate that you felt made a difference?
Yeah, I think just trying to square the ball up. Sometimes, you've heard of guys when they get in slumps, they try to hit an 8-run home run. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
You can't do that every time. So just trying to square the ball up. The pitching's so good at this level. Guys are throwing so hard. The stuff's so nasty and they're hitting their spots. You can't try to launch every time or try to hit a home run every time. You just gotta, you gotta try to square the ball up. You just try to make good contact, and that's really all you can do. You swing at good pitches and try to make hard contact. It's simple, and then the rest takes care of itself. And this year with the shift being banned, I think it's going to help a lot of hitters as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just trying to square the ball up, not do too much with it, and just trying to play the game the right way.